Good morning, everyone. What is up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new vlog. I got back super late last night from a work trip. I was filming from early Saturday morning until Sunday, and I had to take 2 6-hour bus rides, which that was definitely a first. Actually, no, I have taken a bus ride that long before, but first time in a long time that I did that. So I was super worn out when I got home last night. But you know what? I'm so happy that it's Monday because Mondays are literally like my favorite day of the week. I'm not gonna lie, I have been feeling funky, anxious, weird the past week. It could be number one because I'm on my period, but I also just feel like I've been a huge overthinker lately. Just to give you guys a little example, like last week I was trying to film a health and wellness vlog. I filmed a bunch of clips for it, and then every time I would put them on my laptop to edit, I just would not like the way it turned out. And I don't know if that was just something going on in my head or what it was. But you know, that stuff is like a domino effect, and it really does start to kind of take a toll on your mental health. And then like, I felt like I was doing all this work and not liking it, and then I just would feel really discouraged and not want to do anything the following days. And I felt like that a lot the past couple weeks. So I'm going into this week with the goal of just kind of pulling myself out of a funk. I'm already feeling really good, and I know a lot of it is because of the weather, which is great. But I'm just gonna make an effort to kind of do things that are a little bit different out of my routine and maybe make some new routines. I feel like on my channel I have not always been the best about opening up to you guys and telling you the truth about when I'm not feeling my best, but I really do think I need to be better about just like expressing my raw emotions, and I know a lot of you guys can relate to it as well. So if you're going through something similar, you're not alone. We can't always be 10, you know, sometimes we have to be like 5 and then slowly make our way back up to being 10 as far as like energy, happiness, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna get to work, make myself a coffee. Oh, also big change I'm making this week, decaf coffee. I feel like my caffeine consumption has been totally contributing to my anxiety. So let's go make ourselves a decaf coffee and get started with the day. Okay, I know what some of you guys are thinking. Adrienne, what's the point in even drinking decaf? Like, aren't you drinking coffee for the caffeine? That is true. I usually do drink for the caffeine, but I just love my routine of waking up and making a coffee. This is espresso concentrate, which I love. I've been drinking espresso concentrate for months now, and I love it. It has helped me save so much money on going out to buy coffee because I just always have it in my fridge and it's really easy. Add some water. So I'm not going to be completely forgoing all caffeine because I love an afternoon matcha, but I'm just going to avoid it in the morning. And then in the afternoon, if I need like a little pick-me-up, if I'm feeling okay and not anxious, then I'm going to allow myself to have matcha. Literally tastes the exact same. Something my routine lately has been really lacking are to-do lists. So we're starting off this Monday very strong with a good old morning to-do list. Here's what we have on the agenda. Not too much stuff, but I'm going to try to get all of this done before my 1 p.m. Pilates class. So let's go. Okay, just finished filming one of the reels. I'm going to quickly put this together before I take my call. And I wanted to ask you guys, have you ever gotten a new gadget or like a piece of technology or a tool and you just think to yourself, wow, how did I live so long without this? Because that is how I feel about the tripod I've been using to shoot a lot of my YouTube videos and my UGC stuff lately. A few weeks ago, I got the MOFT invisible tripod. It comes in their creator kit. This is hands down the most useful and innovative tech accessory I've ever owned. This is so handy, and I cannot believe I lived so long without this. I've been making content for over 10 years and I just can't believe I didn't have one of these until now. This is literally a do-it-all tripod, and then it's magnetic, so it sticks onto your phone, so you don't even have to worry about having an extra tripod when you go out. And if you guys are content creators, you probably know how annoying it is to have to like grab an extra tripod when you're on the go. So not only can you put this tripod down on just about any surface, but it's adjustable, so you can move it back and forward to fit the angle that you like, and then you can also switch it from filming horizontally to vertically, vice versa. So I like to film my YouTube videos this way. It is so convenient. And then you can also open it up to their floating mode, which just looks like this, and you can do so many different angles with this. Even though I've been doing content for a long time, I still do get a little bit shy when I go out and about and I film. So I love how discreet looking this is. It's not an eyesore. It doesn't really make people look, just because it kind of blends in with everything. And I love how sturdy and wind resistant this is. I don't know if you guys have ever taken a tripod outside. When that wind comes, it just gets knocked over. This one is super, super durable, which I love. It's also made out of vegan leather, and it's scratch proof. So if you have it in your purse or something like that and something kind of scratches up against it, it's not going to tarnish the material or anything like that. It's a super, super sleek and minimal material. I love it. On the days that I'm not filming, I will sometimes just take the tripod piece off and I'll replace it with MOFT's wallet piece. Super convenient. You can just stick some of your cards in there. I use this a lot for content creation, obviously, because I'm constantly filming. But what's also cool is I use this for way more than just that. I'll sometimes prop it up if I have a video call. You guys know I've been studying more lately, and I love to have my phone propped up with a timer. This is so, so convenient for that as well. If you guys want to learn more about this tripod, I will have it linked below. And thank you so, so much to MOFT for partnering with me on today's video. And you guys make my life so, so much easier. Like, filming reels, such a breeze now that I have this tripod. It's so nice. Okay, so we are about to go do something that makes me feel a little nervous, but I'm sure I will be thanking myself for it later. We're gonna go try out a new Pilates studio. As you guys know, I love Pilates, bar, sculpt, pretty much any kind of workout that is low impact and that activates muscles that you don't even know existed. That's my kind of workout. I've been going to the same couple studios for quite a while now, and I just thought that it's probably a good idea if I add a different studio in now, because I just feel like that is something that can really help switch up your routine. Even if you just like to work out at a gym instead of going to workout classes like I do, just like switching up, you know, your split, or which types of machines you use, or what days of the week you go to the gym, things like that, in my opinion, can make a really big difference. So we're gonna go try out a new place. One of the reasons I'm picking this specific studio is because they have classes all throughout the day, even like mid-afternoon around lunchtime, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. My other studios don't offer classes at that time, so I thought it would be good to just like mix up what time I'm working out. But funnily enough, guys, this is not my first time attempting to go to a new studio. I actually tried a different Pilates studio a couple weeks ago, and I did not have a good experience there, unfortunately. So we're giving this new one a try. I think the reason the other one didn't work out is just I didn't really vibe with, I don't know. For example, you're not allowed to have a water bottle next to you. You can only keep it in your locker, and if you want to drink water in the middle of the class, you have to get up and go to a water fountain, which I just don't like that. So I'm not gonna like force myself to go somewhere that I don't like. There was also like no positive reinforcement done at all. Like, the only time the instructor would call you out is if you were doing something wrong, which I personally prefer when instructors encourage you and say really like good, happy things. So yeah, if you don't like where you're going, you can switch it up. There's nobody, you know, forcing you to stay there. Example A right here. So yeah, fingers crossed this place that we're going to now this afternoon is gonna be better. We're doing a 2 o'clock workout, which I have not done in such a long time. Usually I'm morning or late at night type of girl, but I just thought this would be a good way to switch up our routine. But yeah, 10 out of 10, recommend switching up your fitness routine, even in just like the smallest of ways. If you want to add a little like cardio challenge, or as I said, using different machines at the gym, just very small things I feel like can make a big difference. Okay, we're home from our class. Definitely very satisfied. Looking forward to going back again. It's a good thing I have 20 classes booked. You really can't beat it for like $11. The thing about me with workout classes is you could have the crappiest machinery, no aircon, but as long as you have a nice instructor, in my opinion, that's what makes a class. Like, having a good instructor puts the vibe of the class in such a good spot. And the instructor wasn't like overly kind or anything, but she was just nice, you know what I mean? And she was encouraging, telling people like, you look great. And for me, that's what I value. So yeah, very happy to report that. And then I stopped at this bakery called Pepin. I had seen online that they now have sourdough, and naturally I have to immediately try a piece. So I'm gonna add some of this jelly onto it. This is grapefruit jelly. I don't know, I don't really have anything else to put on bread right now, so I was like, this will work. Wow, look at that. It's so good. What do you guys like to put on your bread? For me, I love anything sweet, so like jelly, Greek yogurt. We are going on a little solo picnic, just Cleo, myself, and you guys, so I guess the three of us. I've been really wanting to do this for a while. The weather has just been so perfect. If you guys didn't know, Korea does have a rainy season that tends to be in July and like early August. So I'm really trying to spend as much time outside as I can until, you know, the rain starts later this summer, and today just felt like the perfect day to go have a little picnic. Side note, I have been in my watermelon era. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, watermelon can be outrageously expensive here, and there is a guy who sells it for dirt cheap by where I live. So every time I walk by him, I just can't like stop myself, because watermelon is just such a simple thing that makes me so happy. I got a whole watermelon today for about $5. I just picked this watermelon up a few minutes ago, so I haven't had any yet. So good.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.
This is so nice. First of all, the park is super empty, so it's like peaceful, quiet. There's a breeze. Cleo's in a great mood. I always feel bad if she's like overly hot somewhere we go, but she seems like she's doing really well. We've got like a really good shaded spot. And I got my little lunchy lunch. This is one of my go-to salads right now. It's cucumber, tofu, chickpeas, salt, pepper, and balsamic vinaigrette. Oh gosh. Guys, I swear I've turned my dog into a watermelon snob, because when we pulled up here, she started looking through my bag, and she wasn't even looking for her dog treats, which I have. She was looking for the watermelon, because I will sometimes give her a bite or two. No seeds, of course. Also picked up an iced tea on my way over here. Would you like some water? Not yet? Okay, it'll be over here.
Hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through and through.
The sun is so strong. I put sunscreen all over my body before I came and on my face, but I'm just gonna touch up. I've been really loving this sun stick. It's by the brand Lagom. Sun sticks in general are just so nice for summer, because they're so easy. You don't have to actually even touch your face, which is nice when you're on the go.
Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and
I've just been snacking and reading for the past half hour, and I just cannot get over how nice it is to not only be outside, but actually disconnect. I have not used my phone since I left my house. I've touched it to take a couple pictures and videos, but I haven't like checked messages or social media or anything. And I feel like these days it's really not often that we get a big chance to disconnect unless it's intentionally. I feel like intentionally disconnecting from your phone is really, really good for your mental health. I told you guys at the beginning of this video how I am trying to just do new things outside of my routine, and this is it, y'all. This is exactly what I was talking about. It feels so amazing. I don't know about you, but when I go outside, I feel like a whole other part of my mind is open. I'm sure there's something scientific behind that, but when I go outside, I am able to think so many more thoughts. I can get so creative. Whenever I'm walking Cleo at night, I swear that's when I come up with all of my little ideas, and when I think about stuff, just being out here right now, I feel good, confident, creative, strong. Anyways, I'm gonna read for a little bit more, and then I brought some paper and a pen, and we're gonna do a little summer brainstorming / brain dump. I'm gonna first do a brain dump, and then we're gonna brainstorm. And first, I'm just gonna like write down how I've been feeling, write down my mental state right now, and then I'm gonna do a little like brainstorming of, you know, some fun content ideas, day off ideas, just for myself to enjoy. Would you like a little more watermelon? Okay, it's like 4:45. I feel like it's time. I need to start packing up and head home. The walk is not that bad. It's only about a 20-25 minute walk. And I'm gonna get Cleo fed. I got an email back from a thingy I need to do. Like I need to do some little video edits real quick and turn that in tonight. And then we have a yoga class this evening, which I'm really looking forward to. It's the Sculpt yoga class I always go to. I brought you guys there a few times. It's just such a good constant that I have in my life. The teacher, I know I was talking about yesterday how I feel like the teacher is what makes the workout class. The teacher of this Sculpt class is so nice. Oh, there's like a music video that's starting to be filmed. It's always funny, like when I'm vlogging and then I see people with professional cameras. I'm like, hey. But overall, I'm feeling so good about today. Mwah. I love you, Cleo. Okay, let's go home. Hello, good afternoon. It's like early evening now. It's about 5 o'clock. I am about to go to a Lotte Giants baseball game. First game of the season for me. They've played for like a couple of months now, but it's nice and warm and it's super comfortable to be outside at night. So I was like, let's go to a game. This is actually gonna be kind of a little date for my boyfriend and I. We love to honestly hang out at our house. We'll always have movie nights. We'll buy nice meat and cook it here at home. And we've been super fortunate to be able to travel a bunch together in Korea internationally. And I honestly feel like we don't go on that many dates outside anymore, which is fine because, as I said, we love to both just like stay at home and enjoy each other's presence. But we were like, you know, let's go do something fun. And last time we went to a game, we had so much fun. And this is actually gonna be really fun because I'm actually meeting up with him there. We're not going there together. We're meeting up because he's already over by the stadium swimming right now, so it's really gonna feel like an actual date because we're meeting up with each other. Any of you guys that live with your significant other, do you ever sometimes miss that, you know, like when you first started dating and you have to like actually go meet up with each other instead of going to the date together when you live together? I don't know, maybe it's just me, but very excited. I'm heading out right now. I can't wait to show you guys Korea's baseball culture. It's really fun. We're gonna order chicken and bring it inside, and it's really nice. Going to a game in Korea is actually very affordable. You don't end up spending a bunch of money, which is nice because you're able to bring your own stuff in, which I love. Here's my fit, just my little shirt, and then I'm wearing some cute little white linen-y pants. I kind of self-hemmed this shirt because the shirt goes down really long and I'm using tape, so fingers crossed that this works. Okay, that's good. Got our beer, got our chicken. Good evening. Last time I talked to you guys was at the baseball game. The game was such a good time. It's a few days later now, but we had a really good time. Us being us, we left a little bit after halftime because I am like a not crowd lover type of person, so I prefer to leave events a little bit earlier so I can avoid the crowds. But it was a really, really good time, and we both agreed that we need to do stuff like that more often because it was such a good time. I'm getting ready for bed now, and I thought I would turn the camera on and chat with you guys. I'm doing a little self-care. I wanted to wait a few days to do like my final check-in with you because I feel like getting out of slumps is not a linear thing, and if I would have closed the video off the day after the baseball game and been like, I feel great now, that would have been a lie. I needed a few more days to kind of like be in my feels and figure things out, and I can confidently say that now I am feeling a lot better than I was feeling at the beginning of this video. It's definitely not linear, and I feel like some days will be better than others, and it's really important to not have like super extreme expectations when you are, you know, getting yourself through a rough time. In fact, I actually watched a YouTube video earlier today, and it was advice for content creators who deal with perfectionism, which is exactly like something I've been dealing with. But the first point she made is pay attention to your expectations, which I think is an incredibly great point to make. I feel like as humans, we will often set our expectations very high, especially when we're getting through something. And I feel like it's just a smarter thing for us to kind of keep the bar down a little lower and be a little kinder to ourselves with our expectations. And then we end up not dealing with so much pressure, disappointment. And I feel like if you start the week off and you say, I'm gonna get through this slump by Friday, I feel like those are really high expectations. I feel like it's better to say, I'm gonna start getting through this slump from today. The next point I heard them make in that video that I wanted to share is to shift your language when it comes to talking to yourself. So for example, instead of saying, I didn't do this good enough, you can say, I tried my best. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it really does make a difference. And that's something I've been super cautious of lately, is just making sure I am being kind to myself and not having all of these terrible thoughts, and like physically stopping myself if I'm having some kind of mean thought that I'm saying to myself. I try my best to stop and reframe it, reword it, and kind of do like a mental apology. I know that sounds so funny, but it really is something I've had to do lately, and it's made a pretty big difference. Doing a little moisturizer now. This is by Lagom. So good. I'm actually almost out of this. It's their Cellus Mild Moisture Cream. It is so good. I usually prefer like aqua gels in the summer, but I've been really liking this. Okay, final other thing I gotta do with my skincare. I've been lacking on my retinol lately. I really need to get back in it. I love using a little under my eyes and my little wrinkle areas. Even this, y'all, like this is such a good little mental upper, even though it takes a little bit of extra time. I'm gonna be thanking myself when I wake up tomorrow and I have skin that feels super good. Anyways, that is gonna be about it for this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of your support. If you have any advice for me or anybody else that is going through something similar, feel free to drop it below. If you have gone through this and you have a specific story you want to share, I would be seriously so interested to hear about it, because I feel like it's just the type of thing that not a lot of people tend to talk about. So if we could just open up that discussion in the comments, that would be great. But that's about it for today's video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you very soon in the next vlog. Bye.